You see Zoe talking to Polly and Scott. You weigh your respect for privacy versus your insatiable ambition to smooth your classmates, and as always, there's a clear winner. And then I have obliterated all population within the Nevalan realm. And to date, as most of their souls live within my body in utter despair. Well, Zoe, it sounds like you used to be a hell of a prankster back in the day. You betcha. I was what you would call in this realm the shit. But I don't know, it wasn't entirely me. Kinda was for endless millennia, but I never felt as myself as I feel now. Does that sound stupid?
Great!
No way! As cool as the Gord sounded, nothing is cooler than feeling happy with yourself. Word. Oh, guys. Nonsense! Hey, Leonard. Anything to add? Of course! I overheard you talking about how precious it is for you to have turned from a disgusting huge thing into a high school girl. What a surprise. Alright. Yeah. Now it's so hot to be a minority, am I right? An endless diet of despair that has turned into a girl. So brave, so unique, so bullshit. Change is so hot now, huh? People changing their identities, my childhood cartoons changing their art style, Ford changing his gender. Even the climate is allegedly changing. What's next? Should we change our ideas? Should I change my clothes from time to time and lose my signature smell? Maybe. No, and no. I, Leonard, should be the last bastion of hope for the common sense before we, the majority, become the new minority. I will fight this fight by being super obnoxious and by reminding you that you are not brave at all, unlike me, who was super brave because I will literally never empathize with anyone else. And you can't change my mind, because I fucking hate change. You totally know Zoe is capable of defending herself, but if she does, her wrath might damage reality severely. Also, standing by your friends is the right thing to do, so you defend change in terms that Leonard can understand. Leonard, but you only buy your video games once their prices have changed, when they go on sale. But it can't be. Don't you do that? Of course I do. Those lazy game devs don't deserve my precious money. Also, should I remind you that I am an influencer. With more than 200 subscribers, it should be them paying me to play their puny games. So, you buy them on sale. Of course. Then Blue made a point. Even if it was a tiny bit fucked up to compare my identity transition to video games going on sale. No, it can't be me. Leonard a phony? No. I'll stop doing it right away. You mean you will change your behavior towards video game sales? Yes. No. You fools, this is not the last of me. You will see. Be ready for my revenge. Through a bunch of angry tweets. Whatever. What just happened? Oh, nothing. Just Blue being the best. Yeah. How didn't we see best way of fighting Leonard was beating him up with his own stupidity? We're Team Zoe and Team Zoe just won. Hooray! You're the best team ever. You all hug and it's the sweetest thing ever. Later in your secret lab you distill the sweetness into +3 charm. Later, you hear some discordant chants, so you go to see what's happening. Oh, Zigord, ruler of the Dark Realm, it is time to bring despair and doom upon this dimension. Jeez, stop it. For the last time, I'm Zoe now. Can't you respect that? Is this a test of our unholy awfulness? Are you testing our faith by forcing us to use false names? Our faith is strong, Almighty Zigord. We will pass the test. Zigord is almighty, for it reigns the Dark Realm, and it will bring the void into this puny reality. Hey, what's happening here? Stop it. Bad cultists, leave Zoe alone. Vera smacks the cultists with a rolled-up newspaper until they leave. Thanks, V. They're the worst, always calling me that name, Zigord, and referring to me as it. Sure, no problem. Hey, bros, we heard what those cult bros were saying. Is it true that you used to be that Zigord bro? I guess so, in a way. The cult bros told us everything about you. They said you're good cult material. Something about how being pack-minded is a great start. Why would you go from being a giant monster to a little girl? It's so weak. Because I didn't feel like myself. It wasn't who I truly was. That sounds complicated. Don't listen to her, she's lying. She obviously did that shit for attention. Now everyone changes their pronouns and identities like they're just hats. You know what? I identify as an attack helicopter. See what I did there? I made a clever and original joke to prove I think something that's important to you is stupid to me. You can't handle my nuanced humor. Vera says nothing. She just stabs Leonard. Oh, that was sweet. Thanks again. Sure, you know, we're sisters. Not sisters. No, but really, why would you change all that? Like, you also changed your name, even your pronouns. I really want you to understand, guys, but explaining it all the time is starting to feel like a chore. So, anyone else? Don't look at me. My thing is stabbing. So, it's your turn. Produce a dumb action blockbuster full of explosions that unexpectedly serves as a metaphor for the nuances of identity and transition. You go into full producer mode, and because time in this world doesn't seem to follow logical rules, soon you have a version of the movie for all of you to watch. It's called Fast and Furious and sensibly conscious of the nuances on gender identity and transition. You all gather a projection room alongside some of the investors who've given you millions of dollars to produce this movie, unaware it was all just to convey the message to the Wolfpack.
Spoiler alert, you rock!
Wow, I never would have... I'd never have imagined a movie within the Fast and Furious franchise could be so thoughtful and invite us to look beyond the traditional binary spectrum of gender. Yeah, bro, so many rad explosions. They were so sick that they made us understand how all this identity stuff is relevant to Zoe. And what about the fight scene at the docks? Absolutely, it was so violent and suspenseful. It's like the whole scene beat the comprehension and acceptance right into us. Great work, really an insightful movie that caters to the big audience. Let me show you my appreciation by offering you free services as your lawyer for all the contract stuff for the movie. Thanks a lot, really. Very thoughtful that you're trying to spread a message of acceptance and understanding for the vastly well-known language of Fast and Furious movies. All of you are super happy. Later, you realize Vera has signed all of the papers in such a way that she's now the owner of the movie. She makes millions and gives you just free money. But hey, you've done a good deed and helped many people like Zoe to be more understood and accepted. Zoe approaches you looking full of joy and excitement.
Heya!
Blue, Monster Prom is so close that I've started looking at dresses. Look at this one. Don't you think it'll totally highlight the sliminess of my tentacles? Stop right there, you purple tentacled fake idiot. Oh, I like it. You can wear as many dresses as you want, but that won't make you a real girl. You aren't fooling anyone. Dude, my identity has nothing to do with convincing anyone. I'm gonna wear a dress because I fucking want to. It's about me, not about you. It has everything to do with me. What if I finally meet a real gamer girl and she turns out to be an insidious faker like you? Just... wow. Shut up, you Zagordiot. Dead naming me and insulting me all in one word. Boy, that imaginary real gamer girl sure is lucky. I really try not to let jerks like you get to me. But sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't just turn your kidneys into rabid raccoons, if only to save people from listening to your harmful bullshit. That's offensive. You're attacking my freedom of speech. It's my freedom to insult people and make everyone miserable.
Hey, noobs.
Hey, noobs. What's up? Ah, Damien, good thing you're here. Tell the stupid faker she can't stop us from insulting anyone or calling her Zagord or whatever way we want to call her. Damien carefully lights Leonard on fire. You fucking SJWs. SJWs are always so offended by everything. Die. Wow, Damien, thanks. I thought for a moment you were joining him. Yeah? No, fuck. You might be an asshole, but I'm not a bigot. You're struggling with defining yourself? That's harsh, damn. Like, who should I be? A violent hell commander? A talented hairdresser? Sometimes I feel like the reason I'm so angry half the time is because everyone is expecting me to be this or that, and even myself. It's like, I don't know, I'm not good with words, and I know your thing is different, but it's like the whole endless despair deity is very metal, sure, but exploring your own truth and fighting to define yourself in your own terms? Fuck Zoe, that's twice as metal. It's pretty damn admirable. Damien. But before you can keep going with this emotional moment, someone else appears. Zagord, our sacred awfulness, here you are, still trapped under this deceitful form. Let us perform a ritual to free you from that puny carcass. Not again. Do you want me to light them on fire too? No, it's useless. They keep coming and coming. These idiots are by the thousands at least. It's my punishment for spending millennia tormenting mortals, I guess. Damien was all hot and sensitive back then, but now it's your time to shine. If you could only come up with a plan to make the cultists leave Zoe alone for good. Don't let this puny, tentacled mortal girl to deceive you. Zagord is really trapped inside this ancient totem. Oh, are you implying this was once again a test by our omnipotent awfulness? Sure. Ah, but we knew all along. We were testing you. Sure.
What?
Do they really believe I'm inside that Evangelion figurine? Guys, in order to free the almighty Zagord, we need to learn more about how this magic totem works. Let's do some research. Here, this is a documentary about this totem. Watch it. You can also find lots of internet forums discussing its hidden meanings. It will surely lead you to the answer on how to free Zagord from the totem. You're a real sicko, Blue. They'll be trapped in the torture of Evangelion's countless layers of subtext and hidden meaning. There's no going back from there. What are you talking about? It's just a sick anime about robots killing angels. What's complex about that? Damien starts to look it up on his phone. What? So the AT field is in reality a metaphor for... No, stop it! Zoe grabs Damien's phone and throws it, like, super far. What the fuck? I just saved you, Damien. Repeat after me. Once you go into Evangelion's countless layers of subtext, there's no going back. Whatevs. Wanna grab some sushi? Oh my god, yes! No more cult members annoying me on sushi. Today's the best day ever. Thanks, you two. I know, right? You spend the rest of the day eating sushi and discussing Evangelion in the shallowest, therefore safest, way possible, like which battles Doradus won and how sexy Misato and Kaji are. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. Who will you ask to Monster Prom? Zoe.
Zoe!
Ask Zoe to the prom? Yes.
Let's go! Hey!
Hey, Blue. I wanted to tell you again, thanks for everything. Sometimes it gets hard, with some people being so hateful. I don't understand why most of the time hatred takes so much energy, and it serves no purpose. That's okay. I believe people can change. Each time I find acceptance, it restores my faith in monster kind. I'm a girl, I'm a spooky guy, I'm surrounded by people who love me. 1 minute here already feels better than countless millennia being a deity of despair.
Spoiler alert, you rock!
I think I'm living my best life. Life continues. Lots of things happen. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But it's all in all good, because you and Zoe have each other. You sometimes get so focused on getting some monster ass that you forget that life is more than that.
Always explore your truth.
And you forget that even if they are criminals, arsonists, or dictators, these monsters are your friends. Sure, they have some pretty nasty flaws. There's always time to change and grow. In the meantime, you're grateful to be on their good side and to create new memories together. Blue, best at recognizing the nuances between black metal and death metal. Zoe's quote, always stay true to yourself.